With that, fact screen's back alright. Is the title. If he connects and starts streaming, good. We're good. And we're going.
We're good? We're live?
We're
Okay.
good.
Oh boy. So I just wanted to say it's fantastic to see all your beautiful faces again. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Okay. Also, if I start coughing a lot, I'll try to mute. I am trying to get over this cold. So, last time, like 3 freaking months ago, I think it was, we left off in the Hollowed Vale, a twisted pocket dimension made seemingly out of having something to do with an earth elemental or something of that nature, an ancient elemental. But the home or the factory of these hags, a place where their the souls of those who they made deals with go, either to be recalled or to left to rot. You guys aren't entirely sure, but you found yourselves traveling throughout it. Your gear left behind in the physical world, supposedly, and nothing but the tools that you've been able to pick up and create, honestly. You went full Minecraft. And the lanterns that you have slowly pieced together house some sort of physical fiery manifestation of your soul, individual. A couple of encounters with these entities, these creatures called grabbers, which you defeated one, and it turned out to be a person who gave you a black iron shard of what looks like a piece of one of these lanterns. You then went to the Lantern Gardens and solved a little puzzle to get another one, if I remember correctly, with a bench. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, sorry, I was just scrolling up to see if I could find that information, and I figured I'd bump it to the bottom of our chat real quick.
Yeah. You then found your way to a place called the Hall of Whispers. Hearing the present whispers around you, you entered and see in the middle of one of the rooms Gordas, the prisoner you had taken from when you fought the hags originally, who you kind of forced to touch the book, and he was sucked in. He is chained to the floor with one of these pieces of iron lantern sticking out of his chest. He seems to be frozen in fear and agony, his face looking up to the ceiling, eyes closed, mouth agape. And you see 4 lanterns hanging from the ceiling. Apparently, the hags loved the lantern motif.
Can't blame them. Good motif.
To be fair, yeah. Each of these lanterns are glow with a different color flame: red, purple, blue, and orange. And you can see, now that you're more in the room, I think you guys had entered, you can see that there is energy of the same color siphoning up through the chain, and then you could follow that chain down, and it's one of the chains hooked up to Gordas. All 4 of them have that. The room is enshrouded in overgrown thorns in a thicket. It's quiet except for those ever-present little bits of whispers here and there. So for the first time in 3 months, Fellowship of Fools, what do you guys want to do?
As a just general reminder, we have our 2 character sheets right now. The second character sheet is only relevant for our lantern's HP, and our primary character sheet is like we have everything on our primary character sheet, or we don't have our equipment.
You don't have your equipment. No equipment, no magic items.
But we did fashion some makeshift weapons.
For a
I
couple
believe I
of
had
you.
a couple of like improvised daggers and such.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Kyle, you're going to say something?
You're muted.
You're muted. You're muted. There you go.
It's more and more awkward every time I try to speak. No, I was just gonna add sound effects.
I mean, do we just go rip out that piece of metal from his chest and see what happens?
Probably not.
I want to. I don't know if it's a good idea.
So
What's the worst that could happen, really? What's the worst that could happen?
The riddle: break the bindings, and the earth shall scream. I don't want
That's
to be too
valid.
hasty.
I hadn't connected this to that, but that does make a lot of sense. Free and mercy. Like, if we're trying to free him to save him, maybe it's okay, as long as we're not doing it in anger. I don't know.
Or maybe in mercy is like he's obviously in pain, and we just kill him, put him out of his pain, his misery.
I don't like
Some
that
would
answer,
call
but
that
that
mercy.
actually makes sense.
It does. Run and quake. Free it in mercy, and it will remember your face when the mountains rise again. What are the mountains?
Oh, they're like
Probably the real
hills,
world.
but they're like a little bigger.
Carson chooses to ignore that. I gotta get
Josh,
grumpy.
remind
One
me.
second. I need to think of things that piss me off to get in Carson's method acting.
Probably the same thing. Taxes, you know.
Josh, remind me. There are like black, scraggly kind of dead trees on the surface, like all over the place.
Yes.
These roots are very clearly of the same kind of tree wood as that.
They seem to be, yeah.
And had we heard something about some kind of like plant-based disease or something? Or from something? Or was that me making guesses at what was happening?
That may have been guesses. I don't specifically remember. I don't have anything written down for
Okay, that's fine.
things that I told you, so.
I remember a big lore dump or some I did a weird history check maybe where I remembered a myth about a mountain that disappeared or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? I remember that vaguely. And so we assumed, okay, this is the mountain that disappeared.
Oh wait,
Alright, remind me, so the chains are all attached to the lanterns and they go to the guy, right?
Yes. One point of interest that I totally forgot to read on here. It'd be nice if I read all of my notes.
Maybe.
You guys only have one piece of the black iron soul lantern. The other thing you got was a gem. burning orange and yellow that you, I believe, that was the history check, and the gem is what seems to be the heart of this elemental.
Right.
The heart of the mountain.
Much like these lanterns, we are trying to piece together what the heck happened.
You think we could find the other piece of the lantern?
I mean, there's another piece in his chest.
Oh, there's another piece in his chest. Oopsie doopsie.
That's the thing that I wanted to rip out of his chest, the piece of the lantern.
What if we just like combine it into the? What if we just put the other ones into his chest? You know what
Interesting concept. Reassemble the lantern inside his chest.
I mean? Like,
Don't
if
know
I'm
how I feel about
understanding
that
these things
either.
correctly, I'm just gonna stare at my lantern for a while. If I understand these things correctly, then just lose focus entirely. Just stare.
So we got one of these pieces from killing a completely random grabber, right?
Yep.
The odds of us having killed the exact one that happened to have one of these fragments is almost nothing. And so I think we can make the assumption that at least a majority or a significant quantity of them would have these things, if not all.
Carson's gonna
So,
like try to see if the part in his chest and the part we have seem like they match up. Because the chance isn't 0.
Do you go closer?
How far away are we right now?
I'd say you're probably about 20 feet.
20
feet from him.
Yeah. Carson will go closer.
Is this
So-
our
I'll be
angle
back
as
in a moment.
is this our angle as well? Like we're looking at his face from where we're standing?
Give or take, yeah.
Okay.
But he's looking up. You said at the ceiling.
He's looking up in agony.
Is he looking
Carson,
at something, or just up?
his eyes are closed.
Still, is he looking at something? You know what I mean? Like,
You want to match the sight line? Or the sight line?
yeah.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Carson, as he's doing this, you approach. I'm going to need a perception check from you as well.
Cool.
Oh.
No doubt.
Oh, it's so nice to like
I can
roll big
approach with
numbers
you.
again.
And assist you with that perception.
Maybe
Maybe.
he's following me and helping me look. Is that
Okay.
All right.
Clash, you match his eye line. He looks up into the top. He's looking what looks like the apex of this room. All of the thorns and roots grow up into a single point. There's nothing up there that you can see.
Is it like an opening though, like where everything kind of, or is it a closed room?
No, it's fully enclosed. Karzan and Ergi, as you approach, it's not so much something you can see or even hear per se, but it's a feeling. You pass the orange lantern hanging probably 5 feet above you, and you almost get this feeling of terror or fear. You pass the red one and you can feel almost an anger burning inside, but up there. It's like a weird out of body experience, but you're in your body, but the emotions are up there. As you approach, you can sense the other two. Grief for and purple. And the blue, it's like regret. And as you approach him, a silver line, it almost looks like liquid being poured out of a hose, rises around him in kind of a double helix, ending up on top and circling around, joined, always moving, always shifting. And you get the sense that reaching in there, it could work, but you're not sure what risk.
Well, one way to find out, and I'll kind of poke with my
Well,
long staff or my whatever.
Carson will stop him. I just wanted to get a look. And I want to look at the piece of lantern that's in his chest. And if Cal will let me, I'll go back and grab the other part of the... Who has it? Who has the other part of the lantern?
So
I think I have the gem.
Yeah, one of you has the gem. The other one, you guys only got one part of the lantern.
Right. And it was
So
it
the other
like
part
a
is there.
quarter or was it like a half of a lantern?
It's hard to tell. It's kind of like a corner, but it goes up a little ways and curves in.
Okay.
What you're looking at that's sticking out of his chest is not the same as the one you have.
Okay.
It looks like a matching set, possibly, and it's not. You
Is it
don't
a
think it
full
would
piece?
complete. You don't. You're not sure if it would actually complete the lantern, because half of it is sticking in his chest. And by the way, there's no blood.
Yeah, I mean... Okay.
Well, Carson, think about it. What if we killed that monster and got the piece of lantern from him? I'm thinking maybe that means that this person thing is turning into that monster.
One of
I
the
don't know.
grabbers.
That's a possibility. For sure.
That was my thought as well, is they created the grabbers
They do have to
by
come from somewhere.
they captured people, brought them here, jabbed a piece of metal in their chest, and that is what formed a grabber. That was my theory as well.
Okay, I wasn't making that connection. I thought we were... Okay.
That's kind of what I was saying earlier about potentially all of them having a piece of metal.
That's fair. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
I don't know if that's correct, but it's...
It does
a theory.
make sense. I agree with your theory.
Should we like try to disrupt this somehow if that's the case?
Ooh. I was gonna try something, but I don't think it's worth.
I guess, like, the riddle says... Free it and the earth... Not the riddle, but the little line.
The metal... Wow. Yep.
Boop. So, like, break the bindings and the earth shall scream. Don't break the bindings. Release it in anger and the world will quake. Don't release it angry. Free it in mercy. So how do you free something without breaking the bindings? And killing it definitely sounds like a way. But, again, don't know if it's talking about this.
There's also several reasons that you might scream. I don't know if it's possible that, like,
A
using a
good
different
scream?
definition of the word. Like, because if we free it in anger, it's a deadly scream, and if not, it's like a relieved, like satisfied scream. I don't know. That feels like a very long shot to me. I don't think that's right, but I'm just brainstorming.
When I hear the earth shall scream, it sounds more like it has anger connotations to me.
I mean, my assumption is apocalypse when I hear that term, but
Hey, Ergi.
Yes.
Standing in the middle of this room, surrounded by thorns, briars, and the light of these lanterns, of the four emotions that you feel from around you, which one do you feel like Ergi is drawn to at this moment? What is he closest to?
There's anger, grief, fear, and what was the last one?
Anger, grief, regret,
Regret
and
fear.
and fear. Yeah.
Probably grief, or between grief and regret.
Roll a d20 for me. 1 to 10 will be grief. 11 to 20 will be the other one. Regret. Now I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do you have an aura that helps you with that, like always? Now?
I'm not sure if
He might.
it does. Let me check real quick. Here, I'll roll it first and then I'll go check.
Oh.
I'm not sure that's going to help,
Yeah. No, it won't.
even with an aura. Ergi, I need you now to share the most regretful action or moment that Ergi has had in his life.
First, my wife just made this alligator. It's beautiful.
Cute.
She threw it at
Love
me.
that.
Definitely, the moment where he was in service at his role, at his post, and failed first to protect the god that he served, and then upon returning home realized another failure was to protect his family. So definitely the biggest regret is probably that, getting back to his house and realizing the missingness or death of loved ones, and then that's when the whole anyway, yeah, that's probably it.
As you find yourself fixated on the blue lantern, you start walking towards it. Your feet carrying you essentially without your own knowledge. You get right underneath it and you take that last step, and the floor sheds away as if leaves being blown by the wind. The rest of you see this as well, but you find that you don't have bodies in this place, this illusory place. Ergi stands before you all, head held high, shoulders back, armor gleaming with silver, big tower shield, great sword on his back. The insignia both on the shield and on the front of his tabard is that of a hand, a gauntlet with an eye on the back of the hand. You see maybe a dozen of these knights scattered around this massive cathedral, this tower that goes up 300, 400, 500 feet tall. The sun setting to the west. Ergi, you stand right where you were. Your captain comes over, nudges you a little bit. Eyes forward, soldier. He looks
I'll
around.
look forward. Yeah. Do I have control?
You do? He looks around, seeing this. The only way to put it are these garden grounds, these lush green and blue and pink and purple flowers and bushes and trees and pathways that go out to an outer wall. And then that same sound that haunts your dreams, the moment that things change, an explosion. You look to the south, and smoke and ash erupt in a huge area. That is towards the southward. That is towards your home. You can't pinpoint exactly which direction, exactly where, but you know that's the direction of home. At the same time, the gates on the east and the west, or the east and the north, burst open and things pour through. Soldiers scream, they shout, they start fighting. You stand there, still staring south. Captain shouts, "Hold the line, hold the line! Get south, get north! Where are they coming from?" You know that your deity resides at the top of this tower. But you know your family's to the south. Where do you go?
To the south. Yeah, I'll drop my shield, drop my greatsword. Whatever weight would hold me down, I'll drop it and just full dash.
You drop everything and break rank. And at that moment, a surge of these creatures, these enemies with, to be honest, in this memory, you're not sure what they look like. They are just these nightmarish forms of limb and tooth and claw, and they surge forward where your spot was, break through and enter the tower. But you run. You sprint, you burst through doors, you push past running and screaming people. And the point that you get to before your energy runs out is a crater. One of dozens of craters where not only your house was, but 5 or 6 other homes were. You find yourself on the ground. Knees couldn't hold you anymore. Your lungs are burning, but you don't care. your wife and daughter were in there. Probably getting dinner ready. You hear a voice. Not sure where it's coming from, ever present. The voice says, I can take this pain, this regret. Let me take it so that you don't
I'll
have to
say-
feel it anymore.
So, face down, dead, tired, talking to the dirt. Obviously, no one can hear, but I'll say just to say to myself, I guess. This is part of me now. This is something that I have to own. And the regret is there, sadness is there. But I've done this. This has happened. It's in the past. I know that. So I'm resolute still, though the feelings exist.
As you reject this offer, a piercing scream echoes through this chamber. Your ears feel like they're on fire, feel like they're bleeding, and the lantern above you goes out. That chain no longer is feeding whatever is holding Gordas. You find yourself back in this chamber. All of you do. And all of you having witnessed that scene as if you were following him.
You said one of the lanterns was radiating rage.
The red one, yes.
Cal strides to it and looks up at it.
Without any more words being spoken, without even second guessing, Cal walks over underneath. Cal, what is anger at who?
My father. The day I left.
Once again, the rest of you are as if you are a camera watching. Cal, describe to me what you look like in this. What do they see?
Everything showmanship, everything fake regal about Cal melts away. And instead he's left in green and tan silken robes. You'd think that it almost would clash with the blue of his skin, but somehow it manages to meld the colors together very well. He is wearing a simple golden or silver circlet with sapphires embedded in it, almost the same color as his skin. He is standing in the middle of a large room before a massive wooden throne, and he's holding a cheaply made steel dagger.
The booming voice of Adriel, I think that's how you pronounce it, of Adriel Lorien echoes through the chamber, and he's not speaking more than, normal talk, but it reverberates this grand chamber. Son, stop this foolishness.
Father, it's been too long. Cal says as he's holding back tears.
You can see in his face there's pain, but also a bit of anger that his time seems to be taken up right now. And why is that?
Because I left. Long ago. You don't remember it, but I have been thinking of the words that I need to say. And I need you to hear them. That I should have said. Father, I love you. But you are a coward. Hiding here in this tree. Pretending the world doesn't exist because it's inconvenient for you. You are failing as a monarch by choosing not to know those that you serve. And I have more nobility in a small town in a frosted over mountain than you've ever had in this kingdom you call an empire.
Why know those who will last a fleeting moment?
Because they are the reason that you have power. They are the purpose for your power. You aren't simply supposed to gain power and grow your kingdom. You are supposed to bring joy to those lives that you consider to be nothing but a candle flame to be snuffed out.
I bring joy to our people.
You bring isolation to our people. You bring stagnation to our people. There is more to this world that grows faster and further than our people ever can with their contentment.
And they would bring nothing but death and shortened lives. They are not worth our time. Our time is you see, he takes a breath before he actually starts to shout. It's not worth the effort. Our people don't stagnate. They grow on their own. They find joy in what they do. The outside world doesn't understand, and they never will. Because they don't see the big picture. They don't see in the hundreds of years. They see in the tens of years.
They see in the hundreds. They see in the thousands. The stories they tell of growth and heroes and valor. The ways that they support themselves to support their children for future generations. You barely consider your next generation. You barely consider me and my sister. You've been in your position so long that you don't have a need to prepare us for where you sit, despite the hundreds of years that you spent pretending that I was to one day replace you.
You're right. I don't have that need right now.
And it disgusts me that you don't want it.
Well, Coreldiel, then prove me wrong.
I am trying. Cal will rush towards him, throw the dagger that he was holding to the side that was actually the instigation of this original argument, and go to hug his father.
Before you manage to actually get there, that room vanishes, and a voice pops into your head. Such beautiful anger. Such gorgeous uncertainty. Let me have it.
Cal will now cast Gift of Cal to rewrite what he's heard in the last 6 seconds, to twist it into an insult that this voice is calling him. And he will respond appropriately by cursing it and saying that he wants nothing to do with it.
I like it. Another shriek echoes through the chamber. This one more resigned almost. And that light goes out. There's but 2 left.
Cal collapses to his knees and starts sobbing.
The rest of you sit there, Cal on his knees, Ergi probably on your knees as well, I would assume. Or in the same position you left yourself in. This has what do you guys do? Terror and grief are the only 2 left. Fear and grief.
The yellow one's fear, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, I figured. Carson's gonna go for the yellow one.
Ergi will mumble, "Good luck."
Carson. Fear. Terror. Out of everything that Carson has experienced over the last several months, traveling with the Fellowship, facing the nightmares that you guys have, and then past that into moments of your life, what still scares you? What is your deepest fear?
Think back to Carson. I'm deciding between 2 similar yet different moments. And maybe we can do both. I don't know. The first one, probably, well, we'll do the first one. We'll see how it goes, but Carson's on the battlefield. He's dressed up in medic attire, signaling that he is a medic. There's dead everywhere around him. He's putting his hands to the chest of a soldier, pumping his chest. He's ragged. Clothes torn, he's bleeding. He's younger. His gold shines brightly, even in this dusty battlefield. He's trying to save his one friend.
Shouts and screams of the dead and dying surround Carson.
And I guess, like, to summarize the theme, sorry for this, Carson's greatest fear is being useless. It's being amounting to nothing.
Mm-hmm. You face the bloodied form of your friend as he convulses. Explosions appear in the distance as mages cast their spells. The sounds of metal on metal, metal on flesh. But none of that matters as you catch the eyes of the individual you were trying to save. You know the anatomy of a person's body. Dragonborn, human, it doesn't matter. They're all anatomically similar. And you know, just by looking at this wound where the arrow pierced through the back and out the front, that this has hit something vital. You've cleaned the wound the best you can. You're trying to stop the bleeding. But it's not stopping. Blood keeps pouring out. And as you meet the eyes of your friend, you can see that fear right before death. The uncertainty, and as he sees the resignation in your eyes, he almost calms down. His breathing becomes less labored. Another soldier runs by and gets shot by 3 arrows, falls dead next to you. You take one quick look and there's no helping. If you were just a minute earlier, you could have pulled him out of the way. You could have, at the very least, stopped the bleeding sooner. But that last breath escapes his lips. The bleeding stops. However, not for anything you did. A shout echoes from the distance for a medic. Do you try to follow? Do you try to go to that call? As you hesitate, a second call for a medic appears. And then a third.
Tarzan is just staring at the body of his friend, pumping his chest with CPR. Uselessly.
Back of your mind, you know what's going on right now. You can feel, you can understand the idea of shock, of going into this catatonic state. You know how to get out of it, but you keep pumping. You tell yourself, I need to go, I need to help more people, but you keep pumping. A fourth, a fifth, a sixth. Soon the entire battlefield is full of shouts of medic, help, save me, please help me. But you sit there, pumping until your shoulders are sore, until you're pretty sure you've broken every single rib on this corpse. Pain. There's no pain. You're not in pain. You don't need pain because it doesn't help. You don't need pain because you're useless, the voice says. You can't help everybody. You can't help one person. I can make you useful. Give you that spark. These new friends, they're gonna die and you can't do anything about it unless you let me help you. Trust me.
Tarzan closes his eyes.
Your body is still going through the motions of pumping and
Tarzan
cracking.
stops. He stands up. For 50 years, I've pumped the dead corpse that was my enterprise, my legacy. I did everything I know to do, and I know to do a lot. And in 1 month, one measly couple of months of risking it all, everything I know has been thrown out the window. I'm not going to save them. They're going to save me.
the shriek louder, more present echoes as there seems to be almost like a breeze, a gust of wind that blows that scene away, all but the corpse, which stays staring lifelessly into your eyes for just a second longer. You blink a couple of times. Every time you do, the face of Nyx, the face of Ergi, the face of Cal, the face of Clash, staring sightlessly up before it too blows away like leaves in the wind. The lantern sizzles out and the energy stops. The room falls quiet, as quiet as it can be, as the whispers still are ever present. One lantern left.
The
Grief.
purple lantern of grief.
Purple lantern of grief.
Nyx, well, hesitantly start walking toward that lantern.
Clash, do you move at all?
If he's having that last lantern, then I'm just gonna keep standing guard since these are knocking people out of commission. So
Okay. Nyx, you approach the lantern. Grief. Loss. Not just loss of someone, something, a time, an age, a friend, loved one. What does Nyx grieve above all else?
It's might be that Nyx feels like he didn't grieves his, I guess, his loss of innocence when it comes to combat and trying to protect his loved ones at a relatively early age. Starting with that dungeon that Nix and his father ventured into, and then from there trying to escape, and then later on having to help with defending his village.
Remind me, did your father make it out of that cave, that dungeon?
Yes, they both made it out, but at the same time, a bunch of other creatures made it out as well.
Nix, you find yourself doubled over, breathing heavy, running, having ran as hard as you can, your father's breath next to you. As you look up to him, a shifter himself. He starts to laugh, looks over at you, smiles. That was one hell of an adventure, wasn't it? Oh. He looks back, the cave entrance still visible, probably 30, 40 yards away. You all right there, son?
It is more scary than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not honestly expecting any of that. Or, if I'm honest, I was expecting us to make it out of that alive. So good job. Really good job. Oh, he stands up, kind of stretches.
We're not really done yet, Dad. We need to tell somebody about what happened, about this cave.
Oh yeah, we will. Well, let's get back to town. And as he says that, the colors start to fade and mute, desaturate. You hear shrieks of something in the distance, and you look over and you see something crawling its way out of the cave. A couple of somethings. One of them turns and looks at you, ears pointed way back. Green skin, fangs. It looks towards both of you and shrieks. Your dad goes, crap. Run. Run. And you both take off, running. You're sprinting through dense forest, jumping over boulders and fallen leaves, diving under overgrown patches. And all the while you hear the skittering and the scampering of these creatures behind you. It's an utter nightmare. The forest becomes darker. Your vision becomes tunneled as you look and see one of them behind, scampering up right next to you. You have on your person a dagger, a hunting knife, really. Nothing too crazy. Up to this point, you really hadn't had to fight or survive in this way. But for a moment, the time seems to slow as you look over. You can see this creature, black eyes, fangs, and claws outstretched. One of them reaches out and is about to pounce on your father. In this moment of slowed time, what do you do?
Nyx feels like he has no choice but to draw that hunting knife and try to strike at that monster out of a nightmare.
You remember this. This moment of admittedly pure instinct. You reach down, draw the knife, and throw it as hard as you can. And you have a bird's eye view as the knife flies, not spinning, but straight, entering the eye socket of this enemy, this creature that is about to probably kill your father. Enters the eye socket through the brain, and you watch as it just falls and starts to tumble away. Your father pulls out his bow and is able to take down the last couple of these creatures as you run, as you dodge, as you weave. But that memory sticks with you. Death. It's not something you've had to deal with before, or you had to deal with before. Not just death, but killing. The other creatures lay dead. Your father stands there, holding his long bow. Looks at you. That was a nice shot. Bile starts to encroach upon your throat as you find yourself throwing up and then dry heaving.
How do you do this, Dad?
He kneels down next to you. It's us or them. Right? That was us or them.
I think I understand.
Either we die or they do. We were lucky. Yeah, I was lucky to have you here. It's easier not to be right up close and personal. When we get back, we'll start you trading on the bow a little bit, just in case. Your dad looks back. You can still see off on another ridge that cave, or at least you think you can see it.
It was probably in this moment that Nyx had realized the kind of path he would take, even if it would be even though it would be hard to fight through it. and become the ranger that he is now.
And fight. Fight through it is an apt term, an apt phrase for that. The voice, a voice, echoes in this glade that you've found yourself in. To kill is to die. But later. Why don't you come and kill for me? Or maybe you don't want to kill at all. Anymore. In that case, I can stop that. Stop the killing. Stop the fighting. For good.
Now, there's always going to be someone or something that wants to fight, wants to kill, thinks in the dark. And someone needs to stop them. I need to stop them for the ones I love and for the friends I've made. And for the safety of people everywhere.
You reject this offer to end the fighting, to end the killing. And the entity, whatever it is, that has been speaking to each of you, doesn't scream. But you do get a sense of anger and resentment. As you drop back down into the chamber. The vision, the illusion, whatever it was, fades. And the lantern goes out. And in that moment, the lantern goes out, another scream occurs as Gordas, piece of iron sticking out of his chest, starts to scream with all his might. Kind of shocks you all out of whatever thoughts you had. What do you guys do? What do you guys do?
Was it a pain scream or like a fear scream?
In this instance, what you get is a pain scream.
The thing is, like, it's pushing itself out of him at this point. Did I catch that right?
No, it's still
okay.
jutting out of his chest. The piece of iron is.
I'll go up to him and reach out and use lay on hands. And I'll just throw 10 points of lay on hands into him.
Okay.
Well, you want me to pull it while you're doing that?
If you want to. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Our healing hasn't worked in the past. Be careful.
Oh. Good point. Well, do you guys think I should just pull it while he's healing him?
You still try it?
I was going to say yank it even though I didn't have healing, so I'm on board. I just wanted to make sure we knew it was happening.
Okay. Let's do it quick. Quick.
You reach out and yank. I need you to make a strength check for me, please. DC is 17.
Oh,
I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Can I give him guidance? Before he rolls?
Oop. It
Guidance
was a
on
You
all.
would. Yeah, unfortunately not.
Wait, I have a thing, don't I? To do something with. Oh, which one was it? Like a advantage in strength checks of certain kinds. I don't remember where.
Like when you're pushing and pulling or something.
Yeah.
Is that like a barbarian trait?
You can count as one size larger when determining your carrying weight and the weight you can push, drag, or lift. So I don't know if that applies here.
It probably does not. So you begin to grab and try and yank this out, and I'll say with a 10, as you
Plus the
pull.
guidance, right? D4. I think.
Yeah, I'm not
right?
sure.
Whoop.
Even with the guidance, you
Mhm.
pull and pull and pull, and you hear his scream get more and more intense, more and more loud, more primal. His hands are still at his side, can't move them, but you now see spurts of blood starting to seep out.
Blood. That's new.
Where is this embedded specifically? Is it in the protagonist wound spot
It is
or
it's
center?
just in his chest.
When we were damaged before, we never bled, right?
Correct.
Eric, you healed this guy.
Well, if he doesn't heal from magic, I do have a healer's kit with all the other stuff, bandages,
You don't.
gauze,
You don't
clean.
have it.
Oh, right, our inventory's gone. Right.
I will attempt to heal him with lay on hands.
Okay. How much you pumped in?
Should I pull again while he's doing
10.
that?
Okay. You reach out. You gonna pull again, Clash?
Everyone think I should?
I think we can wait. Let's see what the lay on hands does.
Okay.
Eric, as you reach out and lay on hands, there's a moment of connection between you and Gordas. His eyes flash open, looks over at you, and a point of recognition as he notices and recognizes you. And his eyes start to move around quickly, scanning each of your faces. The bleeding stops. Clash, do you pull again?
Yes.
I give Clash
Yes.
Bardic. You got this, man.
Ooh.
Guidance.
Ooh.
Bardic guidance.
What does
DC
Bardic
has
give?
D8.
Nice.
And what?
Boop. Boop.
The
Boop.
DC, I will say the DC it did go up to 19, but it doesn't matter.
I have the power.
31.
As with one more massive yank, you rip this thing out of Gordas' chest. Blood spurts everywhere, but at the same time, the wound heals mostly with the remaining bit of the lay on hands.
Mostly, there's some more healing.
There's some more healing that he doesn't need.
I'm going to throw a Cure Wounds at him as well.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Not the best, but
Hold on, I have to step away for just a second.
7.
That is just enough to heal him the rest of the way. The wound closes, and he collapses to the ground, breathing heavy. That scream went on for longer than lungs can reasonably scream. He starts breathing. Clash holds the piece of iron in his hand, covered in blood. The moment that this happens, the moment that you cast your spell and you cast lay on hands, you can hear screeching and howling from outside. Takes more some
Sounds
moments.
like it's time we kick dust, or
Well, let's wait for the rest of the description.
oh,
I was just gonna say, Gordis, it takes him a moment to do anything before he breathes out without much of a breath. Thank you. What are you guys doing?
does he look like he can walk on his own, or am I gonna scoop him?
He probably can't, no.
Okay, I'm gonna
Clash has,
scoop him.
Clash has got the powerful build thing. He's good.
Mhm.
The rest of you, what are you guys up to right now?
We're probably getting busy getting
Yeah.
out of here. Or what do you
Yeah,
say?
Yeah,
okay,
take a
let's-
peek outside, see what's going on.
Okay, Eric, you make a perception check.
Can I also make a perception check?
Sure.
While they're
Nyx
making the
would
rolls. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nyx would also like to look outside.
Go for it.
While they're making rolls, the thing I pulled out of them, is it long enough to be considered like a short sword or something? By any chance?
I probably not, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's
So no
probably
upgrade
only,
from my stone dagger, basically.
yeah. It would probably do about the same damage, technically.
Okay. No, since it's in hand, I guess we'll be wielding that for a bit.
We
Okay.
just rolled a 1, a 20, and an 11. It's like perfect.
There is balance in all things.
Mhm.
Ergi, Nix, you look outside, you can't really see much. Karzan, you rush up behind them and kind of peek around, peek past them. You can hear two different screeches, two different howls, even though they're kind of blending together. One more to the north, one to the west. Yes, that's west. But you notice something even more. Towards the kind of southwest from your position right now, there is a light. Brighter than any of the soul lanterns that you've seen. And it's taller than most of the trees. It's just kind of this beacon of light somehow over there in that direction. But you have a howler, seemingly a grabber to the west, and one to the northwest-ish.
So to the north and to the north and west we got enemies, and to the southeast there's that light.
Correct.
I thought it's
Southwest.
southwest.
Southwest, yeah.
Oh, southwest. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are kind of on the most eastern side of this floating island.
We're on the eastern side of the floating island?
Yep.
Okay. The howlers are coming from the north and the west. There's a light right there, and Karzan will point it out to Ergi and Nyx. Nyx, who is going to be leading us in our stealth walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to go there.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys shuffle out. You start to move your way. I am going to need a stealth check and a survival check. Stealth check from everybody. Survival check from Nyx if you're leading.
Yeah, I'm leading. So stealth and survival from Nyx.
Survival can be with advantage because of the nat 20 from the perception check.
Hold on. Oh, well. Let me look at my...
Wait, survival with advantage. Okay. And then stealth.
How do you go from rolling 2 19s to a 1?
I mean...
Nyx is probably still shaken from the lantern stuff.
That's fair.
I was gonna... Huh. Are these the spells I have? Was I working off of this? I guess not. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, sorry, let me do my stealth check.
You're good.
Gotta do my stealth check. Let's see. I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Next. Clash, can we get a stealth check from you?
Yep. Sorry.
You're good.
Plus a d4.
That's more like it.
I hate being sick. All right. So we got a 7, 19, natural 1, 20, and or 23, and 6. Okay. So you guys make your way with the you guys make your way as fast as you can, trying to be as stealthy as you can, but it's kind of hard with carrying carrying Gordus as well as trying to beeline it as fast as you can over there. It takes a little bit, and I will say, let me do this actually. You want neither of these rolls to be above a 14. If either of these rolls are above 14, we'll see what happens.
Oh.
Has an 8 and a 13. Neither of them were able to catch the track or catch the scent. They were able to track you guys. You can still hear them behind you, but as you travel further, they seem to be getting further and further away. You are able to, Nyx, you're able to pretty accurately find your way towards this light. As you get a little bit closer, you can see the slope starts to decrease, or as it starts to go downward. And the terrain seems to get a bit more jagged, a bit more sometimes hard to traverse, until you come across a crater, a huge indentation in the ground. Did past me happen to... Oh, look at that. Past me did. Cool.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
You find yourselves in what looks like a shrine of some kind. There are several jagged bits of rock and stone. Some of them look worked, some of them don't. One of these, you guys are kind of seeing this from an upwards or a higher position. There's a hand coming out of the rock. Whether it's a statue or whatnot, from what you've learned, you're not sure, but there is a hand coming out, and the center of it is where the light is coming from. There is a fire. A purple and black fire. Let me put You guys, you came from this direction here. You seem to have lost the grabbers for now. But you see this shrine before you. What do you guys do?
I guess approach it. Try
Yeah.
to get a better look.
Get a closer look.
Okay. You make your way down the slope, and there's definitely what looks like a stone hand reaching up out of this crater, the bottom of this crater. There's not much more from what you can see above.
No writing, no symbol.
Doesn't seem to be any of it, no.
Toss a rock into it.
Into the fire.
Yeah.
You reach down, pick up an obsidian stone, throw it in. It burns up in the fire.
Shoot, dude.
Didn't we get something from that Garden of Lanterns? Or am
A
I
little
thinking wrong?
gemstone?
Little orb.
Yeah.
Carson wants to try and discern what type of magic this flame is. If there's like a school attached to it. Using Arcana.
Do you have detect magic up, or you just
No, I
Arcana check?
could. I mean, like, I'm apparently, I think we got, like, the benefits of a long rest somehow last time, because I'm full on spell slots. I think I remember that for some reason. Like, the bench did it, I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I don't want to sit here for 10 minutes and ritual cast it, so I'm just gonna cast it. First time
Okay.
ever actually casting detect magic with a spell slot.
Remind me what level spell that is?
First level.
First level, okay. You reach in. How do you cast a spell? What does that look like?
Alright, Karzan begins to, like, get out his ritual and, like, sit down, and he kind of just looks around, and he's like, it's not the time. And he, like, stands up. Let's see, what does...
Plus, you don't have any of your tools and things. So.
Oh, you're right. I mean, it is ritual. I could just kneel.
You also you made yourself a spellcasting focus.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Karzan will hold on to his spellcasting focus, hold it to his chest. Actually, no, he'll hold it more to his mind, actually. And say a quick, since it's got verbal, say a quick string of magic words, and his senses become expanded.
Okay. You hold your icon up, and as you do, you almost are able to see out of its eyes. You can sense the magic of this place. And the fire itself, you gather that it's abjurative, but also very potent elemental. Very natural magic. But it also doesn't quite feel like magic per se. It just is giving off those essences. It's not from a spell. It's not from a spell. Why would that be giving off that kind of essence?
Who's got the elemental stone? Wonder
I
if
do.
it's reacting in any way.
I will pull it out, standing 15 to 20 feet away.
Say 15, 20 feet away, you hold it up, and it doesn't seem to react.
When I put it within range of my detect magic, what do I get again?
Huh. The exact same.
Yeah, okay. That's what I had a hunch. Alright, well, as a expert in the arcane arts who've studied it for more than 30 years, I think you chuck the orb in the fire.
Are we not worried that the Earth's gonna scream?
Nah, it'll be fine.
I'll punch it.
I will
Maybe
dodge. Oh, you mean if an elemental comes out, you'll punch the elemental?
I'll punch the earth too. Either way, let's punch it. It works for me like 9 to 100% of the
wait,
time.
is the riddle here too? The thing. Free it in mercy. Because, like, I know we were, like, applying it to the other thing, but I don't know if that was necessarily, like, what that riddle was supposed to be for. Hold on.
I've kind of had the sense that the riddle was connected to that myth of the whatever.
Yeah, because we
was
found
that
it on a
disappeared.
stone, right? We found it on a stone in
Yeah.
that one little glade. That's... Okay, I gotta pull it up. Jump to present
While
day.
he's looking, Josh, remind me what's the material of all of this in front of me?
The material?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the like hand and the like.
Is it obsidian?
Oh, it's all. It's actually not obsidian. It is earth. It's rock. It's potentially volcanic based. It's not very
I
not
guess.
porous. It's not porous, but it is like it's not obsidian. This is the first non-obsidian stone you've seen here.
I think if we put the stone in the hand, then we will be freeing the elemental, and it will be nice to us. Somehow, maybe.
Probably better than just chucking the rock hand.
I'm gonna do something weird, Josh.
I love it.
Can I insight check the body language of the hand? Is it like in pain hand?
I like it.
Is it suffering hand? Is it
Hmm.
like you know, kind of like how you can look at like, you know, that painting of Adam with God and Adam's hands like this and God's hands like reaching out, like, you know, like sort of like that. Can I do that?
You can certainly try. Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Insight.
Abilities.
DC is going to be 20 on this. I think.
Okay. Can I get a bardic? If you have any.
I only have 2 left.
Oh.
If it's important enough, we can, but I wasn't sure.
I guess it's
if
not that important.
Yeah.
I'm debating between. I guess I don't need detect magic up anymore, so I'll drop detect magic and give myself guidance, since that's concentration as well, to give myself a d4.
Okay.
That basically gives me a 50-50 on this roll. So let's see. Okay. Normal. And there it is.
23. Jeez. All right.
+8.
The hand language?
kind of like, I don't know, just like muscle. Like I know Karzan knows muscles. Are they tensed?
Yeah.
Are they, you know?
They are.
Is it like in defeat? I guess I don't know.
They are tense in the way of protection. It's almost as if it's not breaking out, it was holding something, protecting something.
I mean, that's enough to convince Cal to try it.
Okay. Karzan will say, something was ripped out of this thing's hand, and I think it's that orb. And I think giving it back would certainly be a mercy.
Yeah, okay. Cal was trying to decide if he wanted to be the one to put it in so that it was him that got the credit, or if he wanted to give it to Clash to make him do it.
Listen, like, it's like Baldur's Gate 3. You gotta do the thing because you're the bard, and you get into a talking situation, you gotta be the one to do the charisma checks, you know? That's how it works.
Well, that, and also Cal wants to control a giant earth elemental if it happens to be friendly. Yeet. He tosses it into the middle of the hand from about where I moved to.
Okay. You're about 10 feet away, give or take. You hold up the...
You're just tossing it?
Yeah.
You hold up the gem. You look at everybody, and you throw it in. It tumbles end over end as it reaches its apex and starts to fall towards the black and purple flame. The moment that the outside of this gem hits this black and purple flame, the flame immediately transforms into a golden, more vibrant fire. The gem stops moving, hovers for a sec before moving towards the dead center of the fire, the hottest point. And the earth beneath you, the obsidian, starts to shake and crack. Webs of cracks branch out from this center point as the hand closes and then continues to an arm. An arm, if the hand is 15 feet wide, the arm continues for another 30, 40 feet, and another hand bursts out of the ground, maybe 30, 40 feet away. The ground before you is shaking and quaking so much you guys have a hard time standing. I'm going to need everyone to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Hey guys, we should get away so we don't, was it dex saves?
Ergi and Karzan, you both take 6 points to your lantern of damage as you both some trip and fall, or some of the rocks jut up next to you and you get knocked out of the way. The rest of you stagger backward, try and scatter from this entity bursting forth from the ground. there is no head that is visible, but now this entire section of the island is in upheaval, and this thing looms over maybe 150 feet tall as it stares sightlessly towards everybody and everything around. You hear Gordas on Clash's shoulder look up. Oh boy. It's new. And I think that is where we're going to call it tonight.
The earth quaked.
The earth
What
quaked.
did we do?
Maybe it wasn't a series of options, but a series of steps.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, man. Crazy
Well,
stuff.
it's good to be back, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try again for next week. We'll see how everyone's schedules go, and I would love to.
I unfortunately cannot make any guarantees. Might be on my homeless arc next week. We'll see.
Oh, fun. Okay. The couch, sleeping on couch arc. Nice.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. I'm supposed
Okay.
to. I mean, I have a possible apartment lined up, but it's hard to get a hold of the person. So, who knows? So we'll see.
Okay.
If you guys
well,
know anybody who lives near-ish Salt Lake City